The fuck? Are we back? Am I back? Am I back? I don't know if I'm back. Can you hear me? Can you see me? It's saying I'm back here, but I got. Oh, I think we're back. It would appear we're back. Sorry about that. StreamYard had a 404. I'm just going to spread the link. We're back. I doubt we'll get the 200 and amazing 20 people that we had. But we are back. I'll let a few people see if they've got the commitment. I mean, 35, but we're back. Boom. I tried everything. Honestly, I tried everything. Am I excellently pixelated? Well, it just went, and then I went to log back into StreamYard, and it said I wasn't getting messages. And when I tried to log back in, it went 404 error. Then I went to the StreamYard page, and it said there was like, no, there's no problems with StreamYard. Yeah, I'll show you it for what it's worth, just so that you know I'm not bullshitting, yeah. What a time to go down, eh? That was a really big stream. Look, I put the green arrow. So, problems in the last 24 hours. Nothing. 10 minutes ago, whoosh. And then I read all these, and look, problems detected with StreamYard. So there you go. I did miss some Entropies, and guess what? There was a fucking cracking one there, and I want to thank him because he's almost bought my new computer. So kind. But the donations are gone because it's a new stream, but I can read them. I can go into, I think I can go into my account. Hang on a minute, because they deserve streamage. Right, revenue or account? Right, okay. Right, I'll get a little screen grab of those. I hope you're still here, JC, because that's very, very generous. Bosh, and Respawn as well. Dropped one in. 1 second. 1 second, people. 1 second. Okay, I can close that. Entropy is up and running again. I will pin the Entropy link to the top of the chat. We got there, though. We're back. I mean, I am a little bit gutted, but this is where you have to get your acceptance in. Going from 220 people. I mean, there's 80 back. Lovely. JC, are you here? I mean, I'm guessing you're a busy man, but this needs to be shown because it's very, very kind. So people, you know the lad JC who dropped me about 400 or 500 quid the other night, bless him. Him and Respawn dropped Entropies in the previous stream. JC there at the top. You see JC and Respawn. JC says, just about over my case of the Ghents, because he's in Ghent in Belgium. If you remember the other day, I said to him, if you're in Belgium, go to Ghent. You'll have the time of your life. And he got back to me and said, I'm in Ghent. And he's just sent me another 100 UK poundage. So fuck me. Thank you very much, JC. And Respawn there said, here's one from your fans in Norway. I like a bit of that, Respawn. There's Respawn. I did chop him off a little bit. But nice one for the pair of you. Very, very kind. And we've now got 93, but it's not 220, is it? However, nice to be back. I'm just getting over the little bit of a kick in the teeth that was. It felt a little bit, a little bit of a shame. Fraser, is that the same one that you sent before, or is that a new one? So the jury has the case count. 1 not guilty, 2 not guilty, 3 not guilty. Counts 4, 5, and 6 not guilty. Now it's time to sue. Did you already say that? I got a funny feeling you're joking us. Did I pin the entropy stream? Yes, I did. Thank you, Fraser. Me too. But we had twice as many people, and I'm not sure how they're going to be able to see where we are. But okay, Fraser, nice one. Yeah, RMF, he's throwing bollocks at me, but that's all right. Thank you, Fraser. Much appreciated. Really much appreciated. And I'm so with you on that suing. I mean, you know, what was it? I call them the Kavanagh kids. The Covington kids. They sued the fuck out of the media. And of course, the media were like, well, yeah, we'll give it to you, but you can't tell anyone. But we all know what happened. I reckon he got about 20 mil out of that. And fair play to him. Cheeky bastards. Yeah, absolute respect to JC. I mean, that's a significant amount of money. I wrote gold in that previous stream. Well, if you are here, JC, thanks for the donation and enjoy. You'll be going back to Ghent. What a beautiful city, and all those late night bars and fine Belgian beers. I've just got such fond memories of the place. Stuck in a vent in Ghent. But people who just, we got 112. People are coming back. That makes me feel amazing. It wasn't just luck. Mum, someone loves me. I'll tell you what, people, if you can get out again, I know you hear a lot of chat about Belgium. And yes, I'm not going to deny that. And it's been a long time since I've been there. But that girl, Carol, who I had that romance with, she said that Ghent is still a very lovely place. It's beautiful. I won't bother showing you some pictures of Ghent. I think I put a load of photos in Ghent in the video I made about it. 116, they're coming back. I need to know if JC's here, but mate, if you want to keep your head down, obviously that's fine. I also looking for Alain Bastard MP. Let me know if you're back. I didn't get the porn set fitted, no, but I turned the brightness up on my monitor. I'm essentially being lit by my monitor, RMF. Look at that, 120. That's lovely. They're managing to find it. Maybe they subscribe. Maybe they're all scrubs. I mean, I didn't see many unusual names in the chat, just scrubs that we haven't seen for a while. Hello, Ben. Go to Ghent for boys. I'm not quite sure what that means. Yes, Michael, it feels like it. Liv is absolutely over the button moon. Hello, Colonel Custard. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, mate. Thank you. It's easy to be nasty. It takes a real man to congratulate someone. There you go. There you go. Hello, Ken Lee. Yeah, you've been around here a while, and you've come back. A rare catch. Well, I'm streaming like a beagle recently, so you know. ST911's been watching every day, but at work, so couldn't chat. How lovely though. Nice to know you're at work, pretending to work, listening to the old Danger stream. Yes, boss, I'll be doing that right away. I can't believe he said that. Sorry. Yes, I'm on it now. Look at those numbers jumping back up like an absolute beag. Nice one, Wolfie, on the number check. Look at that. Rags, bless him, rung me up. He rung me up, Rags. I mean, he has rung me before. We're mates. But he rung me up and said, what's happening? Because there's still people... Thank you, our pal. See, that's what real men do. I also know that real men make jokes, but, you know... ST911 say, I loved our karaoke in Cambodia had reverb because the sound of technology makes them feel rich. Yeah. When I go out there for her birthday, I mean, I don't really want to make my girlfriend's family content. Speaking of content, I better get my clips back up. Clip artist! Because obviously I lost all of those and I've got some cracking stuff to show you. It shouldn't be too hard to find because my YouTube history works really well. Alain Bastard, are you here? JC, if you're here, thanks for that entropy. Incredible. Right. What do I need to do here? The problem is I also tried to go live straight onto YouTube. So people might have got that link and gone there and that didn't work. And then when they got the second link, they probably thought, I've got better things to do than this. Although the numbers are getting there. It's an absolute privilege to be streaming to 135 people. No dramas. But let me just grab my links and then we'll be back on it. Right, what did I have set up? I had that from old Steve Turley. Just got to get past his paid promotion. Right, hang on. Right, I've got that one. Sorry, people, just getting my links back. 146 and climbing. Exactly, LC 350. It's like Thingy just said. Thingy, it's a tricky name to remember though. It makes some technology in it. Like if they've got reverb, it's like, oh, I've got technology, and that's why they do it. We were doing that. We'd already had that. I've got there's that one I want to show you. This is a cracking little video about prepping, which is not my thing, to be honest with you, but kind of interesting. And I do want to exempt myself from failure. It was StreamYard went down. I did get a bit suspicious and thought, hang on, why has it gone down now? And then it went from a 404 error to a 504. So I thought, well, they're obviously at StreamYard HQ going, plug that one in, plug. Hello, this is Basingstoke 4835. Thank you. And they managed to sort it out. Right, we had that one. We had the Barbie Jeep racing. Oh, that. I've got a film I'm going to review, people. I'm going to show you a little bit of... I'm going to do this film review after this stream. I promise there'll be a film review out tonight. I found a movie from 1983. It's only 12 minutes long. I'm going to show you a little bit of it. Oh, gosh. And I just want to say, when we raided Cecil yesterday, the simping for spanners is disgusting. I expected more of you, scrubs. The amount of, because she gives spanners to everyone. Everyone's a mod. I don't know if she realizes that people can ban her own people. And people who haven't got one going, what do I have to do to get a spanner, Cecil? I love you, Cecil. Right, hang on. Did I already play that this morning, or was that for tonight? I know that was for tonight. 1 second. We had that. I think that's probably it, actually. Oh no, I wanted to share a bit about that because we talked about this morning, but there's actually a few words from the man himself. Hang on. Oh, maybe I've got that completely wrong. Right, anyway, we're back. Let me just get a bit. Is DT in here? LC 350, I got one. Oh, Jess, it's awful to watch. It really is. Ian Marr mixed my chicken, sweet corn and mayo and have just realised I have tortillas. Well, I've got another galan in the fridge and it might be time to get it out. Pete says, I love you, Danger. Now give me a fucking spanner. I'm no Cecil. Right, it would appear maybe that there's something going on in court. Let me have a look. No, they ain't coming out yet. Hang on a minute. How comes I've only got 2 clips? Right. Okay, so let's get this Bally G. Let's get this grift back on. Oh, my days. I don't know what to say, mate. I don't know what to say. I did offer refunds because I thought you might have had a couple of those. I'll tell you what, have you had those Belgian blonde beers, JC? Isn't it lovely going out drinking at 11 at night there and all that architecture? Have you been to the Torture Museum? Sorry, people. JC is still here. Thank that. At least I got to thank you because that was. I just saw that donation come in when it all went haywire, but I put it up on the screen and I thanked you, and it means a lot to me. And yes, the computer grift is getting there. And it's incredible, and it really appreciated. I joke about it and call it grift and that, but it's mind blowing. No spanner, Pete. I'm afraid I don't dish them out like that. Rags and Moslab, dual citizen for special occasions. But check this out, people. Absolutely amazing. Another donation from JC. He's dropped a bullseye in. I'm back. Not a problem at all. The laptop fund is strong. Thank you, JC. Well, I'm glad your meeting went well as well. I really am. It obviously went well. Thank you very much. Our Pizzle says, saw your flat in a film this weekend, Chrysler. Oh, what one? What, the one above? People have been recommended that movie to me, but it's like a bit of time travel. I mean, I like Soho, and it would be nice to see all the spaces. What, the Rupert Street one or the Lexington Street one? If it's actually in the movie, is that a little bit indulgent to watch a whole film so I can go, there's my flat? Because the weird thing was, pretty much every documentary on Soho, I used to go, I lived there. 2 minutes later, I used to live there. 2 minutes later, see that, I lived there. I had a few properties around the manor. But yeah, so thank you, JC, for that other super chat. Very kind. The laptop fund, it fucking is strong as well. Have people seen Last Night in Soho? If you've seen it, please don't vote if you haven't seen it, because that ain't going to help me. 1, jank, 10, amazing. Last Night in Soho. Let me know in the chat. Have you seen it? Have you seen that Rusky on YouTube, on Google, where there's a photo of me sitting in the window in my Soho flat? It's a photo of the it's a photo of the restaurant below. You don't know how on the money you are, Moslav. Jess gives it a 6 or 7. Pizzle a 4. Ractress hasn't seen it. Okay. Yeah, I'll show you that photo actually because it's funny. I know we've had it before, but hang on. What was the Bow? How do they spell Bow Buns? I can't even remember how it's spelled now. Oh yeah, Bow Buns, Lexington Street. And there's also one with a photo of my missus sticking her head out the window having a snout. It's quite funny to see the one with me on it. Let's have a look. Let's drop. Let me see. There, I think that's one with my missus. We'll have a look at that one. Hang on a minute, people. I'm just sorting these out. Where's the one with my little silly face? It's not that silly. Doesn't seem to be there anymore. Maybe that's why. Maybe they got sick of my boat race ruining their adverts. I love living there, though. They used to give me free food because of the hassle, because of the endless hassle, having all the people queuing up outside. Maybe it's one of this lot. This doesn't really count as content, does it? In fairness, this is getting a little bit desperate now. But there was one with me sticking my head out. You could see me there with big sideburns. It was that good a photo. You could even see my chops. I don't know. Maybe they've got a shot of it. I feel like I've been looking for it so long now. It'd be ridiculous not to show it. Okay, this doesn't count as content at all. Right, people. So, how many we got in here now? 156. Right. So, I'm gonna do a film with you, and it's gonna be my. It's gonna be another Dangerfield, not Gonzo. First of all, I'll show you the one of my Vietnamese missus. I didn't manage to find the one of me. But here's my Vietnamese missus sticking her head out the window because I wouldn't let her smoke in my drum. There you go. And there's Bao Restaurant. And there she is. Bless her. Having a snout out the window. I'll send her that later. She'll be gutted. I have to say, though, one of the most beautiful girlfriends I've had. But in fairness, I've had a few. I think a lot of you will. She's been on streams. She used to be in the Sunday Prescription, and she also done the lock picking tip video, if you remember rightly. Maybe I'll show you a bit of that. That's a bit of eye candy, isn't it? Hang on. Hang on. Let me see if I can find that video for you. It's always worth a little look. Hang on. This is worth waiting for. I mean, I think we've had it before. Hang on a minute. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, have a look at this bit of footage. So I thought I'd make a video showing off some of our products. This is a long way back. And I used the girl that was just sticking her head out the window to, let's just say, promote the tool. Here we go. Hang on, make sure you've got volume. And this is the video. This is UK Bunkies. I'm Chris.
And I'm Charlotte.
And tonight we're looking at padlock shims. A padlock shim is a small piece of metal used to exploit the space on a... I think you've probably seen about enough of that now. Chinese, and there you go. And as you see, Charlotte's just opened that one just while we were talking. It's ridiculous. You'll see that. And I'll tell you what the mad thing was. She was that was the girl that told me she was dying. So she had her problems, but she was hot as fuck, man. And the thing was, she honestly did not know what I was doing. I said, can you just use these padlock shims and I'll just make a little video. And she went, oh, okay. Tito, yeah. Well, weirdly, Chris, I'm in marketing, and I'll tell you the truth. Sex doesn't sell. That's a myth. That was just more of a laugh because I knew that relationship didn't have long left. It didn't have many legs left in it. I'm just checking the trial. Nothing happening there. I'm going to show you a little bit of tonight's movie review. This isn't actually the review, but this is the film I'm going to review. It was made in 1983, and it's called Possibly in Michigan or Michigan. Has anyone seen it? Give me a, she certainly was clearing. Give me a 1 in the chat if you've seen Possibly in Michigan. Right, I didn't think anyone would have seen it. I'm going to show you, because I'm reviewing this later in my series of Not Gonzo. I'm going to show you a minute and a half of the movie. And be prepared to just go, eh? Right, I don't think anyone's seen it. Check it out. It's perfect for this channel. Pete, that's a very good point. Sex does sell sex. If sex is the product, then sex will sell it. I'll give you that. But in all seriousness, the old myth that sex sells, it doesn't. I'll tell you what, you want to know what sells? Solutions, belonging. Yeah, weirdly, belonging is a big one. Acceptance, being accepted is a massive one. Look for it in marketing. Family sells, yeah. And do you know what? Where family really sells? To single people. That is darkness, isn't it? And for people who weren't here when I showed it, I got a, what's the fucking company called now? Oh, I'll have to look in my emails. I got an offer to have a paid promotion on this channel. Now, I know a lot of you saw it, but there wasn't as many people in here in the chat as then. But I got offered a marketing collaboration. They wanted me to shill their product on my channel for money. Right? That's it. That's the name of the company. And so I checked out their link to see what they actually wanted to pay me to sell. This is absolute gospel. I got an email to shill this product, right? I'm just going to go to their bestsellers. Yes, I am 18, only just. And here we go. This is what, and I could do this. The only reason I'm not doing it is because they'll have to send me one. And if the Cambodian authorities intercept this, they won't like it. You can't get porn in Cambodia. They don't like that sort of stuff. This is what I was approached to shill on my channel. And they said in the email, they said, we want you to do an unboxing. So, oh, it's arrived. Remember all this, people. Oh, look, it's here. What could it be? Oh, yeah, just what I wanted. Ready? This is not a joke. This company approached me to pay me to do an unboxing. Oh, it's worse than Fleshlight. There you go. I particularly like this picture of a woman with a sexy little torso there. So let's have a look at what you actually get. This is Brittany. 319 quid. Yeah, that's it. There's yes, that was kind of my first response, and that was my second response. No legs, no arms, no head. It gets worse though, and you'd think, how does it get worse than that? And I feel like I need to state, because we've just had 15 more people arrive. I was marital aid for amputees. I was offered money to do an unboxing video on my channel, but I want to show you it gets worse, because a body is bad enough, but you can also just get an arse. Here you go. Sports strongly sucking butt. 442 quid. And see that little controller there? That's right. You can press buttons and get it to, I don't want to say fuck nose, because that seems a bit weird. Here's a different angle. Yeah, I don't think the Cambodian authorities would appreciate me bringing that into the country. Although it's a little bit sensuous when I move it. Maybe if I give it a little wiggle. Is that any better? Hi, boys. Imagine that. Imagine cleaning the fucking thing. Imagine your missus. Oi, give that thing a clean. It's starting to smell like a fucking fish market. The governing body bag. Hello, mate. I mean, that is something else, isn't it? So here's the truth. Let's see what the customer reviews that the company have written say. Yeah, having a little bit of issues with the reviews here. Hang on. Here we go. Listen to these. I initially ordered the 34-pounder. I initially ordered the 34-pounder. It was a bit too heavy to navigate around the house. Around the house. Want to come upstairs, darling? The 24-pounder is just right. Good investment for when the missus is on her cycle. Oh, dear. A bit too heavy to navigate around the house. Hey. Hey, lump of plastic. Want to come to the bathroom? A good investment for when the missus is on her cycle. Well, I mean, your missus is always on her cycle. That's why it's called a cycle. But I think I know what you're getting at. Here we go. Let's see what Good Times. 5 stars from Good Times. What I expected. I purchased Rosie 34 LS, and she was a bit much to handle. She was a bit too much to handle for a 59-year-old. Louise is just right. Tight and right, and good news for anyone who purchased it. Hang on, I'll show you the whole thing. Yeah. Oh my God. Better than expected. Fantastic for cuddling and getting some good sleep. Also, she feels very realistic. Much better than expected. Amazing kit. Our doll. Oh, they share it. Our doll fits perfect and is easy to store away. Check this out. This doll is great, and not so have textures are really good. She very tight, so if you're a bigger guy, Rosie or Eva might be best for you. She is all very firm, my other arse dolls. Oh, yeah, very good. Very good. Sex tits. Could use more colours. So there you go, people. I've been approached by a glasses company, wanted me to wear their glasses and that lot. So I won't be doing it. Well, Rags, imagine an actual lady. But again, this is steady on, Gaffney. Is it really? I'm looking. No, it isn't, you cheeky fuck. In truth, I would do it. If I thought I could get that into the country, I mean, what laughs would that be? But then I've got, yes, she was absolutely distressing. Imagine cleaning it. You just a bit of Swarfiga. But Mum, I can't get rid of the smell of spunk. No, it's Harry Monk. No, I don't like it anymore. Imagine buying your son it for his birthday. You're 17 and I need to teach you about the birds and the bees. Peter, could you bring Louise in, please? And the little 16-year-old's like, fucking hell, they've got me a brass. Peter, bring Louise in. And the little kid's like, oh my God, Mum and Dad had got me a fucking brass for my birthday. In comes arse cut off. Oh, shit. And then your old man starts humping it. That's right, son. In, out. Feel it. Enjoy it. That's right. In, out. In, out. And your mum's sitting there going, are you understanding it yet, Gregory? You're just having a nervous, traumatic breakdown. Mouse cat, take it outside and jet wash it. That's what it is, Jess. A dismembered ass. It's just shit. I mean, when we were kids, just if your hand, I've been wanking for a long time and your hand works just fine. If you want to put it in a lady, I'd suggest a lady. I don't know. Imagine hanging it on the clothesline. Yes. Hello, Scott. Sorry, I was offered to. I was offered to. They were paying me. They were offering me money to do an unboxing for a dismembered bum and fanny. I like the way it's got knickers on it. Oh, how sensual! Oh, can I, Louise? Do you mind if I just pull those down a little bit? Oh, you naughty thing! Fucking hell! If I could get it through Cambodian customs, without a doubt, I would for the lols, and I definitely wouldn't give it a go out of curiosity. That wouldn't happen. Fuck you, I wouldn't, man. That's a suicide fuck. That is your last fuck. If you fuck that and you jizz, nah, mate. While it's still stuck to you, you'd be fucking sorting out the fucking. Right, talking of dismembered anuses, I need a piss. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm good. I'm glad you are. See you in a minute. Oh, cool. I think I might get my Galan out. That's bad timing. Oh, Louise, you're in the bar. You're in my toilet. She's not too heavy to move around the house. And I just came in here for a wee-wee. However, having said, I might get that going on. Having said all that, it might be worth writing to that company and go, yeah, sure, I'll do it for a monkey. You give me 500 quid, I'll do it. And if they say, yeah, fuck it, take the risk. Put a different name on the address. If the gathers turn up here, I go, what the fuck is that? See my girlfriend? Yeah, what would you fuck out of the two? Right, yeah, take it away. Might be worth it. If they say, yeah, no problem, you know, that's a 500 quid. You know, might be quite funny. It might be quite funny. Steady on. Pinocchio. Right, listen. Ladies in the chat, right? Ladies in the chat. Ladies only, but, you know, I'm sure the men won't stop talking. Massive engagement today, people. We're nearly back up to 200 as well, which is beautiful. Ladies in the chat, I want you to tell me this. I want to, all right, Yiz, I'll have a look at that in a minute. Got it. I want Act 61. Amazing. I will deal with those entropies in a minute. I'm just talking about Louis. This is a galan. I'll be eating it in front of you in a hideous way in a moment. Oh, I wonder if Louise looks a bit like that after a couple of days. Right, listen. Ladies in the chat. So you meet a bloke in a bar. Nice bloke, bit of money, nicely presented. Nice bloke. Couple of dates, no problem. One day he says, Chantel, would you like to come around to my house? I'd like to cook you dinner, candlelit. And he's a nice bloke. He doesn't talk like that, right? And you like him. And so you say, yeah, I'd love to. And you go round there, you turn up. Moslab, you know the rules, mate. You might have a spanner, mate, but no one mentions. Can't believe you took that risk. You're on a fine line, Mr. Labrador, a fine line. Right, so you go round there. When you get there, he's got a nice bunch of flowers, really, you know, nice, not tacky. Not, oh, I've got you 50 red roses. No, it's really nice spread. Oh, I've got you these. Makes lovely food, really well considered bit of wine, goes with the food. Really nice gaff, all good. And then halfway through the night, he gets a call from someone, work. And he says, listen, I'm really sorry. I've just got to shoot out. I'm really sorry. I've only got to go to the office. So the alarm's going off. No one's there. I've just got to go and turn the alarm off. I'll be back in 20 minutes. And you go, yeah, no problem. You know where this is going, girls. So he goes out and you need a piss or something. And you go into the toilet and there's no loo roll on the thing. And you're like, oh, bollocks. And so you see someone. As you reach, something sort of bonk, bonk. And then there's a dismembered arse, one of those with its knickers on, falls out in front of you. What do you do? How do you just leave there and then? Or do you risk it? Because I can't help but think that if you've got one of them in your house, you're 2 wanks away from a murder. The galan is stuffed with all this, I don't know what it is, wood, Cambodia. That is stuffed with that. I think it's bamboo shavings. What the hell do you do? Magnesia says would never. Yeah, but you wouldn't know, you know. Someone must buy them. I can't imagine them making them for no one. You have to excuse me eating. I've been streaming for a while now. 39 minutes is not a realistic response. It's 2 a.m. here. A little bit of wood. Right, let me just get a bit of energy in me and we'll get on. We'll start the show. Oh. I've got to tell you, people, it's fucking delicious. Glenn said he'd give it a go and then leave. But Glenn, why are you dating a bloke? Well, the theme from Dexter is playing. Right, hang on a minute, people. The show is about to start. How long did I do on the other stream? When did I start streaming? I can't even remember when I started streaming. Not that it matters. I'll go until I drop. I'll go until I blow. Sorry, it's all those videos. Right, a bit of that, bit of that. Don't worry, people. The show is about to start. They've done well to hide the current comment. But I'm going to show you a little clip of the video of the film that I'm going to review tonight. It's a 15-minute long film, but I'll show you the opening minute and you're going to be like, oh. But I haven't seen it all yet because my Not Gonzo reviews, I watch them as I review them. Oh, yeah, a very interesting angle. But before we get there, we've had a couple of Entropies come in and they deserve their screen time too. Here's the Eunuch drops 3 in. Imagine falling ill or dying unexpectedly, then having your loved ones find a false arse. I like false arse. Well, in many ways, it's a genuine false arse with naughty bits in your wash bin. Absolutely vile. Yeah, well, I'll talk about that in a bit more in a minute, Is. Hack61, bless you, mate. I didn't know you were on the phone, but lovely to see you here. My brother lived on the corner of Soho Street and Oxford Street until 1985 till 1988. Been away, Chris. So good to catch up, mate. Yeah, I thought I haven't seen you in a long time. Nice to see you, and how lovely to see you come back. I know exactly what you're talking about. There's a Starbucks on the corner of Soho Street. It's the road that leads off of Oxford Street into Soho Square, isn't it? Amazing. Thank you, Years. Thank you, Act61. Well, this is the weird thing, isn't it? I mean, there are many men and women, but mainly men, let's be honest, who buy weird things like that. There's those real dolls that sort of go, hello, I'm Linda. Would you like to fuck me? And, you know, they're private. You stash them away. You know, you don't, that's not public. But there comes a time when you die. There comes a time when your family come round your drum and go, I suppose we better chuck all this in the skip. There's nothing really of any value here. And you open a cupboard and 4 dismembered plastic sex dolls come out of it. And your grandkids and that are there. And you're like, yeah, Uncle Graham was a not very nice man. And the stench of Harry Monk is just too much. And you pick one up and it all drizzles down your... Sorry, people. Let's stop it there. Oh, yeah, I've seen the documentaries where they have them like at their dinner table and they sit opposite them. In China, they're massive because there's not enough women to go round because they killed all the women babies. Not all of them. Hashtag not all Chinese babies. But they set it up. Apparently in China, there's like 1... woman for every 8 blokes at the moment. I mean, fucking hell, it's no surprise. Bukkake. Have you got my Bukkakes, love? Thank you, Years. Thank you, Act61. I haven't seen you for a while, so it's good to know you about. Right. Tonight I review this film. I'm going to show you. Sorry, mate. Yeah, it's a massive industry, Moslab. A massive industry. Right, this is the movie I'm going to review after this stream. It's 11 minutes 45 long. I'm going to give you a minute, maybe a minute and a half of the start of it. Let me know what you think. It's called Possibly in Michigan. How do you say it? Is it Michigan? It's Michigan, isn't it? All right, let me know what you think. I'll be reviewing it in full tonight. It's fucking off the wall. Let me know you got audio.
I bite at the hand that feeds me. slap at the face that eats me. Some kind of animal cannibal. Animal cannibal.
That's all you're getting, people. That's all you're getting. I will be reviewing that possibly in Michigan after this stream. So it will probably take me about 30 minutes to put the review together, 30 minutes to render it. I say render it. It sounds flash. I think it just means download the video. And then 30 minutes to upload it. So about an hour after this stream, you'll be able to watch my not gonzo of that movie. Excuse me, people. I got a little bit of Galan on my glasses. AKA Splink. I had Louise in the bathroom, didn't I? Look, hello, Ollie. How are you, son? Is that you in the photo? Good Lord, you've got old. You know what, Ollie? I was thinking about that. You know how long ago that was? 15 years ago, I used to come and sit in your shop and look out the window. You know Mark died, don't you? Well, you will do, yeah. Yeah, 15 years ago that was. I'm so old. Well, you're 15 years older than when I met you. And listen how nice this is, people. I got clean in Bury St Edmunds, and this fella used to work there in a coffee shop. And I couldn't sleep because I was just clean. You get about 2 hours a night, especially when you have my Roger Rabbit. You know what I mean? Hardcore. And you're so bored just laying in bed. So about 5:30 in the morning, as soon as the sun had come up, I'd go walking around Bury just because I was bored. And he'd be in his coffee shop just getting it ready, you know, cleaning up. The doors weren't open. I'd be like, dung, dung, dung. Bless his cotton socks. He'd open up, let me in, and make me like a cup of tea and get me a cinnamon swirl, and I'd just sit in the window, just sort of talking to him while he was working. It meant the world to me, Ollie, at the time, that did, because I had nothing else to do. Ollie says, always look forward to seeing Chris and the gang when I go to work. They were good times, weren't they, man? They were good times. You're 33. Fucking hell. How old were you then? Well, let's work it out. 18. Good Lord. Oh, yeah, the old fruit toast with a bit of butter. Oh, that's very nice of you, man. Yeah, they were a good bunch. They were a good bunch. Yeah, it was really nice of you to open up, though. You know, what a lonely bloke. Let us in. I've got no friends and I've nothing to do. Yeah, do you know what I mean, Pete? When you hear people go, I'm 33 now, you're like, yeah, man, fucking brilliant. Jay's repping it over there on Twitch. Lovely. Yeah, we all had long hair at 18. Are you doing all right, though, Ollie? Life turning out nice? Please lie, because I don't want to hear any darkness. Should you have a little bit more of possibly in Michigan? I know you want it.
Sharon attracted violent men. Strangely, she had a way of making the violence seem like it was their idea. Her friend Janice was cut from the same mold. They even liked the same perfume.
It's going to be the best film review ever on the tubes. More car boot keyboard sounds. Ollie says, I started a new job, work from home. Things look okay so far, thanks. I'll pop in and say hi when you're live when I can. Nice one, Ollie. Good luck to you, mate. Good luck. Make it happen. Make it happen. Right. Okay, we're going to have a little look at some prepping. Now, I'm not a prepper. I was thinking to that Galan on the lip. Galan on the lip. I was thinking today as I was burning around Cambodia, what an amazing time it is to be in Cambodia, because this is a nation in transition. You know, this nation was at war, and it takes a long time for a nation to recover from something as gross as what happened here. You know, I think something like a third of the country was tortured to death. A third. You know, it is not uncommon to meet people like my girlfriend's grandmother, who was one of 13 children and the only one to survive. Imagine losing 12 siblings for what? For communism. You know, and I used to know a woman who worked in a hotel in Sihanoukville, which is Cambodia. And she was the same, 7 or 8 siblings. She's the only one who survived. Madness. And yet this place now is booming. Every time I go out, there's a new skyscraper going up. There's a new hotel built. And they're dealing with the bubonic plague wickedly here. They're just getting on with things. Yeah, things happen. People die. It's not nice, but you don't wreck your economy. You don't wreck your society, because that's worse than what could happen off of the bubonic plague. It's quite impressive to see it. You know, everything's open. It's just like it was when I arrived. There was a couple of weeks here and there where they sort of, for show, I've got to be a little bit careful. I'm a guest in this country. It's a privilege to be here. But, you know, it's just normal. Hello, Dr. Jimmy. How are you, mate? Right. So anyway, I'm not a prepper. Thankfully, or should I say luckily, my girlfriend's family has a massive fruit and vegetable garden. They also have loads of chickens. They've also got a goat, but it lives at someone else's house. I've never quite worked that out. Why is the best animal not at your house? I think they make goat's milk out of it, and I don't know. But someone sent me this video about prepping, and it did make me think a little bit. But I will say, I don't think I'm in an environment where I need to consider prepping. And my girlfriend's family already are. You know, they already are. There's rice paddies all around them and all that. But I'd like, yeah, got a goat on the old never never. But have a look at this. Well, it depends who builds them. I mean, an American firm has just built an house around there, and it looks like something out of Miami Beach. The Chinese built a high rise over there, and so far 7 people are dead. So, you know, I think it's 7. So it's not 4, it's loads. So have a look at this prepping video, and I'd like to know your thoughts, if you would. It's about 4 minutes. I might skip through a little bit of it or not get to the end, but let me know your thoughts. A bit of me, it is my thoughts. A bit of me thinks it's a little bit scaremongering. It's a very big business at the moment, prepping. There's a lot of money to be made in prepping. So let me know what you think.
What if nothing happens? Well, guys, if you look...
Hang on. Sorry, people. I'll take it back a bit. But he has cropped the front of his own video.
What if nothing happens? Well, guys, if you look around right now and you don't see anything happening, you don't see the need to prep, then you're beyond help. There's nothing more I can do for you all. If you are that mindset where you look around and think, what if nothing happens? Everything's going to be fine. Why should I do all this and put all this effort and resources into being prepared and nothing happens? If you can't look around right now and see what's going on and see that we're in a collapse right now, people still will ask me questions like, when do I think the collapse is going to happen? When do I think STF is going to happen? It's happening right now. It's not going to happen. It's happening right now.
It's an interesting angle. What he's saying is you haven't got a... you know, he's saying this isn't a question of, well, I don't think we need to. He's saying it's already on. Now, I have called out the USA a lot recently because I love the place, because I love what America is about, and it's a disaster that it's being led by utopianist communists. So that's his point. It's already happening. Preppers are the people who are aware. That's his point. I have seen a couple of Entropies. Don't worry, people. They won't be missed. Alan Bastard MP, are you here? I still need to talk to you. But carry on and have a look at this. Baz says, saw live from the province. Look beautiful over there. Can imagine the smell of nature. The provinces are incredible. I'm going out there for my girlfriend's birthday, so I'll take my phone and we'll do another live one from the province. I just don't want to involve a family. That's all, because they're not into that, and that's understandable. It's their private lives. So let me know what you think. Let me know.
It seems that a large majority of people, preppers included, I've always looked for the quick collapse. You go to sleep one night and everything will be fine that day, and you go to bed and go to sleep, and you wake up the next morning and the world, everything has collapsed. The economy has collapsed. The government has collapsed. Everything has just fallen down, and you are having to fend for yourself because everything has collapsed overnight. And if you look at history, most things don't happen that way, especially when it comes to the economy and war and things like that. It happens slowly. It happens gradually. And then when it gets closer to the edge, when it gets closer to falling over that cliff, it goes quickly. But leading up to that, a lot of people will sit on their rear end and be pacified and be like a lot of these people saying, there's no need to prep. And what if I do all this and nothing happens? People's been talking about, the economy collapsing here for the last 50 years, and it's not collapsed yet. Look around.
Yes.
Do a little research. Look at the cost where things were 2 years ago. Look at costs now. Look at the currency supply. The currency is in circulation right now. Look at government control and mandates, not just here in the U.S., but in other countries. What's happening like in Australia and Canada, they want to happen here, and that's what they're working on. Look at the shelves at your local grocery store. Check the prices. Check the supply. And if you can't see things are happening right now and that we're collapsing right now, and you still don't see the need to prep, then there's nothing else I can do for you all.
There you go. You get the idea. So I'd be interested in your thoughts on that. What do you reckon? Is it happening now? Look at years. Notice that's the Tennessee flag. I mean, anyone here prepping? Moslab says power goes out for a week and the world becomes Thunderdome. I mean, that's what I say. This is the interesting thing about Cambodia, because it's got extended families, because it's got people who live in the country, because it's got communities, and because they grow their own food and rice. They're not prepping, but they live like that. I mean, the people in the city don't. And this might sound a bit of a reach, but most of the Cambodians who live in the city have family in the provinces. This isn't anyone's natural home, if you know what I mean. People, every Cambodian I know, if I call them up for a cup of tea, or if I get my regular tuk-tuk driver, sometimes these people say, no, I'm back in the provinces. They come here to work. They don't come here to live. Most of the people who live in the city are foreigners like me, That doesn't mean there's a lot of foreigners here. Trust me, it's still about 95% Khmers. But it's interesting. I'm just reading the chat now. Well, this is the other question. I mean, what level is prepping? Do you need solar-powered things? Do you need food, powdered, dry food? I mean, what exactly is prepping? If you've got a small holding that needs sunshine and water to feed yourself, you're prepping, I guess. I mean, I know people who've spent tens of thousands. They've got a bunker underground. They've got things to purify water. They've got solar panels ready to be constructed if need be, and all that sort of thing. It's you says it's just smart. Yeah, I think like most things, you can overdo it. You can get obsessed with it. You can, and then you start. I've been on the prepping forums, right? Because we were looking into maybe getting involved in this market because it's fucking massive, and I'm sure there are a lot of preppers. I certainly get this feeling from their forums that they want the world to collapse. It's a bit like, it's a bit like when you're a kid and you get like a detective set or something, and you're like, wow, I've got fingerprint dust. I had this. I got a detective set, magnifying glass, fingerprint, a brush and dust, and all these other little things, but there was no reason to use it. When did I need to take fingerprints? When did I? And so I was kind of hoping we got robbed as kids. I wanted our house to get robbed so that I could go, don't worry, Mum, don't worry, Dad. Do the old sellotape and all that. And I am barely prepared for tomorrow. I just think there's a lot of people who think that, who want it to go wrong so they can finally get their kids and family into that bunker they've been building for the last God knows how long. Galileo's got a garage full of tuna tins. Interesting. Got any comments on prepping? Who knows? Hello, Clive Richardson. Who knows? But stocking up is like insurance. It's okay if you don't claim on it. It's all interesting. Yeah, Mad Max 3 is the worst of all of them. It's watchable if you're a fan, but 2's the best. Everyone knows 2's the best. It's interesting what you're saying. Graham Willis says, could you just not loot Mountain Warehouse when it all kicks off? Well, but you've got to get there first. That's the problem. Carl says, superinflation, fuel power, and serious breakdown of supply chain is a real threat. Well, they're all happening. Let's face it, they're all happening. I will say something that might not go down too well. Who knows? I don't think we're anywhere near it breaking down. You'll be surprised how solid society is and how long it would take. You could get rid of the government and no one had noticed for a couple of months. I'm not so sure that we're anywhere near the bit where you'll be in your bunker, using your water purification tablets and snaring beagles or whatever it is you're going to eat. But, maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. I don't know. It's all very interesting. Interesting comments coming in. Let me deal with those. Done those two. Bosch and Bosch. We'll have a look at that. I think I've been streaming for about 3 hours, haven't I? It's got to be something like that, which is all right. It's through choice. A couple of entropies come through. Much appreciated. The grift is good. Here we go. Colin Kent drops a lady. He said, this is so funny. Imagine your last thought before you die being, I've left that latex bum bonker under the bed. It gets worse, Colin. Imagine you got your whole family around the bed and you're like, fuck, I've got to sort that out. And you get your grandson over and you say to everyone else, please leave the room. I need to talk to little Billy. Please let me talk to little Billy before I go. And everyone goes out, and then as soon as they go, you go, oi, Billy, listen, man, I know this is dark, but I've got like an arse. There's an arse in the cupboard above the television, yeah? It's a bit Harry Monk, but can you just get it and just chuck it, Bums will be the new carry a bag of porn in the woods in the future. Young boys won't be finding porn in the woods. They'll be finding disused guilt bums. And there'll be some men, of course, who go back to reclaim the guilt bum when they realise they're missing their girlfriend. But yeah, little Billy's like, hey, please, I just don't want the family to find it. And the kid goes, yeah, but I'm 8. And then the next thing, the mother finds little Billy running down the road with a bum in his hands. Good call, Colin. Daft Bafratar, nice one. He says, Chris, I'm wondering if you saw the policeman who was hanging upside down after getting stuck on the metal spikes of a gate gave me some chuckles. Nice one on the donation. Not only have I seen it, but we watched it on this channel, and it's a fake. It was funny though. We did have a laugh, but it's not real. It's a skit, so to speak. Well, I'll click your link, but if it's the one I'm thinking, it's a skit. Let me have a look. Yeah, that we watched it on the channel. It's a skit, but we've watched it. Nice one on the donation. Appreciatuti, Aprashikuka. Right now, next clip. Hang on a minute. This is interesting. We're going to see what your friend of mine. It's too long, Rags. That's too long. I don't know what that was about. This looks interesting. That's more like it. Right, this will be interesting. Let's see what this fella's got to say. This is Michael Heaver. So it would appear that Priti Patel has done a deal with France, and apparently this is in the bag. Now, I mean, without a doubt, the migrants coming over the channel is fucking shocking. I'll show you. Hang on, Clive. Is Cambodia a good place to exit to when the poop hits the fan? I think so. Yeah. It's been. They're saying that Cambodia is going to be the next big Asian success story. It's going to go the way of Singapore and Malaysia, and the way how much it's changed since I started coming here 10 years ago, and it's a completely different place. Average age of a Cambodian 27. No aging population to being a drain on taxes. Very cheap. Yeah. Yes, it's an incredible place. Before we watch this video, I'm just going to show you another clip. 1 second. I think this will be, I think it was from Jack's or Rags's. 1 second, people. Right, so I want to just show you this because this is getting beyond the joke. Now, I don't tend to engage too much with illegal immigration into England because the legal immigration into England is a far bigger problem. But there's a symbolic element to it. There's a symbolic element of people just leaving France. There's no wars in France. And getting picked up by our coast guards, by our military, by our navy, brought to England and put in hotels when we've got military sleeping rough. We've got, a terrible homeless situation, and these people get treated like royalty. Have a little look at this video, and I as I said yesterday, and I know a lot of you don't agree with me, but I don't blame these people, and I think it's important. I've got no hatred for these people. The people I hate is the fucking government in England that lets this happen. Why wouldn't you go to England? If you lived in a shit poor country where you've got nothing, and because of the governments in Western Europe, England especially, oh, come here, we'll give you an house, we'll give you free money, we'll give you free healthcare. Why wouldn't they come? They're the fuckers that my anger is aimed at. I do the same as these people. But, and again, although the illegal immigration isn't the big problem as far as I'm concerned, the symbolic element of it really riles me. So we'll have a little look at this before the clip I want to show you about Priti Patel. These are people leaving France for England. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with France? It's absurd.
Are you worried? Are you scared? Do you have kids?
I mean, there's one woman with a baby there, one. The rest of them are just geezers. They're just geezers.
I don't scare us. Inshallah, bi'idhnillah. Allahumma salli ala nabiyyina.
How long have you been in France?
I 7 years in France.
7 years.
5 years prison.
Oh, really?
So he's been in France for 7 years. 5 of those in prison. He's a probably when he says in prison, he means working as a lawyer or a doctor, obviously, because that's what we're told.
Why do you want to go to Britain?
I want to go even there. Just tell me nice people there, the work, everything there. Look, the woman and the baby.
Can you believe he actually said that? Look, a woman and a baby. Yeah, just one. 30 other just blokes, though. Right, so we've seen enough of that. It just is annoying. But rumour is that Priti Patel has made a deal. So let's see what this fella's got to say about this deal. It's the first I've heard of it, I'll be honest with you.
With pressure growing on Home Secretary Priti Patel amid record illegal migrant boat crossings from France, we know it's now well over 20,000 people so far this year that have come to England.
Yeah, Paris is fucked, man. Also is the UK, but I mean, me and my missus used to, not my current one, we used to go to Paris like every month for a romantic weekend. And 1 month we went there and I just said, I ain't coming here anymore. It's too dangerous. Paris, too dangerous. What a terrible shame. Yes, Kieran. Yeah, kid. Just one child, yeah. But you've only got to get one in, then you get your house, and then you can bring the rest of your family, and then they'll all get their benefits as well. You can't have welfare and no borders. It's basic economics. It doesn't work. It cannot work. And it isn't. I wonder why the NHS is on its arse. My mate, Bally G, went to A&E, right? He was in real trouble. Got there were people sleeping there in tents. In the A&E. They were living in the A&E. Living there. No, go. Thanks, Carl. I'm sure you know Thailand deports hundreds of thousands. No appeal, just get on with it. Every foreigner has to carry a passport and a visa. UK needs some balls. Yeah, and also in Thailand, foreigners can't work. Foreigners can't set up businesses. There's weird loopholes, but you got to fucking jump through them, and you've got to show them you need to have about $80,000 in your bank and a regular income. Why wouldn't you do that? They love their culture. They love their country. It's absolutely shocking. Nice one, Carl, for the donation and a good comment too. So let's see what Priti Patel's up to.
Via this route, we're now getting this. Patel held talks with French Minister Gerald Darmanin, and out of that, we're now seeing headlines like Britain and France vow to stop 100% of Channel migrant crossings. Now, personally, I don't think the French have got any interest really in doing this at the moment, in getting a handle on this at the moment. After all,
what is in it for the French?
All we keep doing is giving them more money, and in return, we are getting the absolutely outrageous situation that we recently saw, that on a single day, 33 boats, nearly 1,200 people coming across.
Look at that. 1,185 on 33 boats on Thursday. Over 1,000 people on Thursday. And they don't arrive on their boats. They get halfway across and then we pick them up. Hey, jump on. No, you'll be all right. We've got hotels for you. And when you get to the hotels, you can nick all the fittings and roll up the carpets. No, you'll be all right. There'll be nothing. We won't punish you. No, you'll be all right. Oh, I've been in France 7 years, 5 in prison. Lovely. Come in.
With the French stopping 99 people. And as a member here on the channel, Clive has said, no more money for the French and a double fine, a high monetary fine, as well as the rescinding of fishing licenses. And yeah, that's something I've been talking about now, because it seems to me simply giving the French more money, another 54 million quid, as they continue to totally fail.
It's absolute madness that we're paying the French. We shouldn't be paying them. We should be putting sanctions on them. No, you can't export that to our country. No, you can't sell that to our country. How about you stop those fucking migrants? Yes, they're a problem in France, but why don't you look at your southern border? Why don't you look at your southeastern border? Why don't you stop them there? because we're just chipping out more. We're paying the French and then taking the refugees. Economic migrants. Sorry, I had a little choke there.
On this, I don't think that is acceptable. Well, we've seen this pledge to stop 100% of crossings, with Priti Patel saying that she'd spoken to her French counterpart, discussing a range of additional steps to tackle the problem, and reiterated the importance of working together to make this deadly route unviable.
Right, and you know what? I'll tell you what, this won't go down too well. That's quite the statement. She hasn't said we're going to do something about it. She hasn't said we're going to look into it. She hasn't said we're surveying the situation. She's just put her neck on the line. We're going to stop 100% of them. And it's easy to do. Easy to do. Anyone knows how you do that. How long has she got? How long has she got?
Again, the question comes again, what are the British government going to do if the French decide they simply ain't interested, keep taking our cash, and don't actually get a handle on this? What will the British government's response be? But yeah, as the Telegraph report, Patel pressing Darmanin to speed up the delivery of his commitment to intercept 100% of migrants before they reach the UK in return for the 54 million quid. A joint statement that went out from the British and the French, saying tonight the Home Secretary spoke to her French counterpart, Gerald Darmanin, to discuss the problem of small boats crossing the Channel and the operational response to it. Both the Home Secretary and Interior Minister agreed to strengthen operational cooperation further.
So Rags, who sent me the video, has just told me she said that 2 years ago. That absolutely puts a new spin on it. There you go. Everyone in the chat who was saying all talk, there you go. All talk and more money. Why are we giving them that money? What has happened to England? What has happened to America? America's southern border is open. Our southern border is open. Our southern border's got a fucking channel. It's just barking mad. This is globalism, people. This is communism. This is utopianism. I mean, borders only matter when a kid is crossing them with an AR-15. It's an assault rifle. Yeah, what is an assault rifle again? I don't even think that means anything. But there you go. So, absolutely shocking. Right. We have got a little bit of mad as a box of frogs, Dr. Steve Turley. But it's very interesting, and this will be wrapping up the stream. Where's my entropy gone? Hang on. Let me open that up again. For those lovely, late, generous entropies, I'm sure you're all grabbing hold of your debit cards now. Let me just get it open. Alan Bastard, are you about? I still haven't thanked you for the one you dropped the other day. And we actually went and had a look at the link. All right. Entropy is reopened. 1 second, people. This is a cool clip I've got for you. It's worth looking. And it's a little bit of a white pill for the end of the stream. Colin and Kent done that one. Sweet, sweet. Lovely. So when I say mad as a box of frogs, Steve Turley, only his behaviour, and that's me saying that, so, you know, I get it. But what he says is encouraging. He's always full of optimism, full of hope. And if you lose hope, give up. Because without hope, you can't achieve anything. This is really interesting. And this is from today. Well, today for you. I'm now tomorrow. It's Wednesday. It's the weekend. This is really interesting. I did get my stream shut down earlier. You might have noticed, but we've got back up to 190 people. Boom! It's lovely to see you. People, if you like writing, I write short stories. I write a new one every month. There's a new one coming out in about a week. Link in the description. It's my Substack. I'll tell you what, I'll put the link in the chat, but it's in the description. It's totally free. I will never, ever monetize it. There's 12 or 14 stories already in the archive. I'm getting very good reviews for them. So if you like reading short stories about the hideous life I've had, the rotten underbelly of our culture, link in the description, and I'm putting it in the chat now. And if you put your email in, every time I write a new one, it just gets emailed to you so you can read it in your browser. But like I said, there's 12, 13, 14 stories in the archive, and they're really going down well. Link in the description. There it is in the chat. Do us a favor. You'll be helping me even if you just subscribe to it. Just put your email in because it helps with the algorithm and they'll push me forward to the front. And they're good writing. People in the chat who've read them, can you please do us a favor and let us know how well, if you're enjoying my Substack. Michael Garland says loads of shouting outside court. Let's see if we can grab hold of a bit of that footage right now. That might be interesting. No, they're still on recess. There's no footage from outside of court. No, nothing happening there. Nothing that we can watch anyway. Here we go. There you go. Yes, well written. Nice one. Yes, I very much enjoy the Substack. Thank you, Woodlander. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Arklow Rocks. Yes, good reading. Bloody enjoyable. Chris's stories. Very much so, Dangerfield. Thank you very much. Pete says, reading Chris's Substack is a high point of any week. Amazing writing, dark and hilarious. Thank you very much. Link in the description, and you'd really be helping me. So thank you. Pax Max said, I've only read Hunting, liked it. It's 10,000 words, though, that one. But most of them are about 500 words long. Grim says, yes, love it. Thank you very much. John says, hard recommend on Substack. Thank you very much, people. So there you go. Link in the description. I'll never monetize it. You can enjoy that. And there's loads of stories already there. Thank you, people. Right, let's check out, man, there's a box of frogs, Dr. Steve Turley, because this is quite interesting. This came out today. Check it.
All right, gang, let's dive right in here. We are witnessing nothing less than the collapse of the Democratic Party. I mean, it's happening right before our very eyes, and some of them realize it and are beginning to despair, which I'll show you later on in this video. It's going to make your day. Some of them realize it, while others just have.
Can we also just remember, before we get into the meat of what Turley says, the gubernatorial races that were absolutely shocking for the Democrats? The gubernatorial was the start of what's going to absolutely explode at the midterms. When you hear what Turley's got to say here, I can't get to the midterms fast enough. Communist America is failing. Communist America was energy independent. Now it's begging OPEC to make more oil. OPEC isn't doing it. Now Biden's talking about shutting down another pipeline. They were independent. They were selling energy abroad. Because they're not energy independent, Europe is now at the behest of fucking Putin. It's an absolute disaster. The southern border, an absolute disaster. Inflation going through the roof, an absolute disaster. People not going back to work because they've been furloughed. They're being paid for doing nothing. Do you know what that is? Communism. And it's failing because it always does. Wherever there's been communism, there's been piles and piles of dead bodies and of surviving people eating them. No exaggeration. People end up eating each other in communism. 100%. It happened in the Soviet Union. It happened in Mao's China. It happened in Cambodia. It's going to happen unless there's a massive, massive backlash. And that's what's happening. The gubernatorials was the start of it. This is the next bit of it, and the midterms are going to be an absolute bloodbath for those fucking communists.
Have their heads stuck in the sand. They're closing their eyes. They're sticking their fingers in their ears. They're literally doubling down on their disastrous unpopularity by passing a colossal monstrosity like the infrastructure bill, which, if you can believe, members of the mainstream media actually thought was going to help Sleepy Joe and boost the Democrats' popularity. Well, now a new poll is out, and it has just smashed that narrative to smithereens. It's a Washington Post ABC News poll, so it's obviously skewed left. It's
take note of that. This is from the Washington Post. So, it's a communist rag, right? So they're going to try and deal with the realities of this poll. Check it out. It's incredible.
what's called a generic ballot poll. It basically asks, if the election were held today, would you support the Republican running for Congress or would you support the Democrat? Even though it's skewed left, the results were astonishing. Among registered voters, the Republicans now have an unprecedented 10-point advantage over the Democrats, 51%. Among all adults, regardless of whether they're registered, the Republicans still lead 46% to 43%. Now, here's how the ultra-left Washington Post is sticking their fingers in their ears. Listen to this. This 10-point lead in the generic poll is, quote, a historically strong result for Republicans.
That is a lie, people. That is an absolute lie. That 10-point margin is gargantuan.
This measure. It's a historically strong result for the gang. That's pure BS. That's pure fake news. You know why? Because the Republicans have never had that kind of advantage on the generic ballot. Never, ever. It's not a historically strong result. This poll should be on the front page of every newspaper. It should be the lead story in every newscast across the country.
And of course it isn't. Galileo's tongue says, what exactly are the Republicans going to do then? Help white people? No, but they might just save America, which does include white people. I mean, look, you're not going to get nationalism. It's not going to happen. Not a chance. It's so far out of the Overton window. You have to work within a realistic structure, the limits of a certain enclosure. Trump was incredible. Ask Americans. And if you don't believe that, look what they've got now. Communists. So if you're going to write the Democrats off because they're not nationalists, all right, then we'll just keep the communists. It's a ridiculous angle. Trump was amazing for America. Ask hard-working Americans what they thought about Trump. It drives me mad when I hear people say, well, they're not going to do anything for whites, are they? Whites ain't doing very well in America at the moment. Trust me, under the communists. And nor is anyone.
Precisely because it is so utterly devastating for Brandon. Let me show you. Let's go back to the 2010 midterms. Do you remember the 2010 midterms? Obama just ascended his throne in 2008. The left-wing media.
Well, not really, because it was quite clear what you said, and it just pisses me off because, look, Galileo's tongue, I like you, man, you're a good bloke, but I just, I'm out of nationalism. It's a toxic little shitty group of immature people who just argue all the time about, oh, you fucked this, you done this, you done that, and fuck, it's just that they ain't saving the West. There's no political solution. Oh, right, what are you going to do? Get your spud gun? How many of you are there again? 100? 110? No. You've got to be realistic about this. This stuff is important. There's a communist administration running America. America is the American dollar. It's the reserve currency of the world. What happens in America affects the whole world. Already, Putin has got Europe by the balls. And when I hear people going, well, he's not doing anything for white people. It's a fucking mess and it needs to change. Small steps. Let's just get things done how they've always been done politically. Because the only other option is war. And I hear that from all those cunts as well. Now we should go to war, get the guns, get the war, Kai Moros, blah, 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 blah. Anyone ever been to war know what war's about. It's about being raped. It's about being tortured. It's a fucking joke and it drives me fucking potty. There is a political solution because the other one doesn't bear thinking about.
Media is literally worshiping at his feet every single night with the most glowing fanboy coverage imaginable. And despite that, 2 years later, the Democrats were literally wiped out in the 2010 midterms, right? You remember it. It was the Tea Party revolution. And the GOP crushed the Democrats by winning an astonishing 63 seats in the House and 6 seats in the Senate. So,
and compared with what's happening at the moment, those numbers are going to be the next midterms are going to make that look like dare I say, a children's tea party.
What did the generic ballot look like before that? Well, if you can believe it, the Democrats actually led the generic ballot before the 2010 midterms. Let that hit you. For most of the year leading up to the 2010 midterms, the Democrats led the generic ballot, sometimes by double digits. And that was true, by the way, the Gingrich Revolution back in 1994. And it was also true of the Republican blowout in 2014, when the Republicans gained control of the Senate, right? Actually, 2014 did have a couple of polls that approached this latest Washington Post ABC News poll, but generally speaking, the generic ballot has historically almost always benefited the Democrats, and Republicans were.
And there you go. That when the Washington Post said this historical, it's always historically, it's always biased to the Democrats. No, it hasn't. Look at that chart. Nowhere near. This new one, this massive 10-point swing is incredible. The gubernatorial races showed the start of it. The midterms are going to be a bloodbath. I'll be streaming the whole fucking thing. I'll have matchsticks in my eye while those results are coming through, because it's going to be incredible. That Biden's got an approval rating of 28%. They're already talking about getting rid of Kamala, the laughing hyena. This is fantastic news. America is on the turnaround. Why? Because it needs to be. Because people's everyday lives are crumbling. The southern border is a wreck. Energy is a wreck. China and the neo-Soviet Union are so strong at the moment because America's military is now weak. Why is America's military weak? Because they're not energy independent. We talk about accelerationism. You could not ask, in many ways, this is what you need at the moment in America, because the Democrats they've just overreached. It's been a mad overreach. There's nothing consistent in utopianist communism apart from destruction. They hate America. They hate Americans. They hate everything it stands for. They despise the Constitution. Fuck. They're trying to do as much damage as they can as quickly as possible. And thankfully, the American electorate have woken up to it. The midterms are going to be incredible. It's over for them. It's over for fucking Jen Psaki. It's over for fucking insider trading Pelosi. It's over for that dead man that they prop up with fucking Ritalin and amphetamines and stand him out there to go. Bleh, 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 bleh. It's going to be absolutely amazing at the midterms. I can't believe I've got to wait a whole year for it, because the damage they've done to America in the last 11 months is mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. And another year, but thankfully, it would appear that Americans didn't need waking up. They needed to do something about it. They were already awake. They're not stupid. They're amazing people. And now they're realizing they have to get off their asses and actually do something about it. I apologize if I got a bit shitty then. You didn't deserve that, Galileo's tongue. But what it done, it just tapped into a lot of very bad experiences I've had with that crowd. And I still have. I still get emails from them, just shitty things all the time. And I put a lot of time and effort into that. And I just think they're a bunch of wankers. Not all of them. There's a few of them I highly respect, and I think they're doing very good things. But all those children just arguing about how big their muscles are, and fuck off. And people who say there's no political solution, well, what are you going to do about it then? Where's your army? Oh, you haven't got one because you don't leave the house. You just sit in drinking beers, watching porn. Fuck you. Thank you very much. Thank you to everyone who came and watched the stream. I stream twice a day, about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning UK time, and about 4 UK time in the afternoon. Get on my Substack if you like reading things. I always play a little bit of music as we go out, and I put the comments on the screen. There's still a little bit of time to get the grift on if you want. Thank you, Rags and Moslab, for looking after the place. Thanks for everyone who donated. Thanks for everyone who talked. I will see you tomorrow morning. Hoita!
upside down. All my friends are sick of having me around. Nobody wants to give a buddy one last break. Can't go on, I've taken all a man can take.
That's my point.
Life is a curse, it only gets worse, and the world will watch you drown. Maybe my mind will fail to ever find the point. I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna make my grave underneath the wave. I'm going deep, deep down.
Just finish, fucking woman.
Gonna lay my head on the
Likewise.
riverbed.
Likewise.
Looking back, I rejected every place I stayed. A woman says I'm lying in the bed I've made. She says warriors don't give up before the war begins. So I get high to justify the mess I'm in. People get mad and people get sad, but at least they have a cause. I struggle to feel emotion I can really trust. I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna make my grave underneath the wave. I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna lay my head on the riverbed. I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna make my grave underneath the wave. I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna lay my head on the riverbed. I'm going deep, deep down underwater.
Oh, God, I've got to go too far. I've got to get these in. I'm not going to get them all in, am I? Nice one, Kieran. Oh, too late for that one, Rags. Too late for that one. Thank you, Kieran. Appreciated. Good stream though today. I thought we had 220. Rags told me at one point. And then we got StreamYard went down. Then we came back up. I think so. Then we came back up and we got back up to 190. Nice one, Kieran. Let me just check Entropy. We're all good there. I will get these last ones in. Bosh, let's go, Binger. Keep an eye out on that. I'll probably be asleep if that if the verdict comes through tonight. Lord knows. Lord knows. And listen, people, don't forget, I am a nationalist, but I believe in the nation. And there's there's many different, there's many different definitions of what that is. I just lost a lot of faith when I just saw loads of children arguing about who was going to beat someone else up and telling me my comedy career was my real life. It's just absurd. And I haven't felt better about my life and the world since I got out of that toxic, rotten mess. And that doesn't mean all of them. I still talk to a lot of them. But that had to be said. But in fairness, Galileo's tongue didn't deserve that. I hope you're still here, mate. Apologies, but I already apologise. There's no point saying it twice. Stop writing things. I'm trying to get through them all, and there's more coming. Bosh, 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 bosh. That's it. See you all later. Ta-da!